Everyone, welcome to my channel Write Bookkeeping. So in today's video we are going to see how to set up a Xero account for your organization. Now Xero has a variety of different plans that best suits your organization needs. However, if you are a person just trying to see how Xero works, you want to see if it's the best fit for you, the best thing for you to do is to first get a Xero trial version for 30 days. So I've set up my Xero trial version. It's pretty simple. You just have to enter your first name, your last name, your email address, your phone number, and then you will receive an email to your email address. And to confirm that it is actually you, so you just have to click on that link and then it will take you to set up your password. Once your password is also set up, then you have to come here to this page, Xero login page, and type in your credentials, your password, your username and password, and just click login. So since this is the first time you're actually logging into Xero using your username and password, you will have the option of setting up your business. So you have to first give your business name. So it's just whatever your business name is. So over here, I'm just going to give it as Beautiful Cakes, right? So the industry that I am in, we could search for the industry over here, or else you can just type it in. So I'm just going to give a cafe bar, and your country is Australia, but you can also choose any other country, but we're mainly focusing on Australia, so I'm just going to keep it at that. Do you have any employees? Yes or no? It's just me. So I'm just going to give it as yes here. So since this is the free trial, single touch payroll is not included. What is single touch payroll? I will come to this topic in a later video. So I'm just going to put that yes, I do have employees. Are you registered for GST? I'm just going to put it as yes here. If you are again not sure of what GST is, there will be videos following this. Please stay tuned and watch. What tools are you currently using? So if you are using Myob or QuickBooks, you can select it here, say that you're already using, or if you're just starting on Xero, just click no, I'm just starting, right, and click on start trial. So your business is being set up. So here it's just a small get to know you from Xero. So how do you currently manage your accounting tasks? If you are an accountant or bookkeeper, you can click this, or I manage most tasks by myself. So I'm just going to click this. What would you like to do in Xero? Right. So here they have track cash flows, importing bank transactions to reconcile, get an up-to-date view, send invoices and get paid, manage bills, claim expenses. So they're asking this, what would you like to do, right? So I'm just going to give this, since it's a recommended one, track cash flows, and move on to the next one. Okay, so over here, the first thing they're going to ask you to do is, they're going to ask you to add your bank account, right? So you can wait without adding it, or you can add it. So just to show you, whatever your bank, there are most of popular banks in Australia are given below. So whatever your bank is, you can give it here. Commonwealth Bank. Your bank feed is right. So currently bank feed is under maintenance at the moment. So I'm just gonna add without bank feed for the moment, and we'll come back to this later. account details for Commonwealth Bank. Account name, you can give it as your business account. Yeah. Account type, is this your loan, your cash, or your everyday? Something, give it as everyday. And this is self-explanatory. We can just give the BSBN account number, but currently I'm not having, so I'm just going to give it like this. Right, and just save and continue. Right, so your bank account is currently set up in Xero. Okay, so here, once you get your bank account details, you can go over here and click edit account details, and here you have the option of entering your actual BSB number and account number. Okay, so there. Okay, so your bank account is currently set up. Next up, we go to our settings. And in your settings, there's quite a few that you will have to currently set up for your organization. So first thing is your organization's details. You can give your logo here and display name and legal trading name. Organization type. So here you have to either select if it's a club, a company, individual, not-for-profit, whatever. So I'm just going to give it as individual. An ABN number. So you have to enter your ABN number over here. So, okay, so already my name and my mobile number has been saved here. You can give your address and click on save. So, right. The next thing we had was users. So in this section, you can invite people into your Xero file. So if you are the owner and you need to invite either your bookkeeper or your accountant or probably another member of your staff, you can invite user and give their email address and enter and invite them into your Xero account. Subscription and billing. So over here, you can see what Xero subscription you're currently using. So I'm currently on the trial version, but if you click on that, you would have the option of either upgrading a subscription. Here you go. We are currently in trial, so we can buy now. And select a plan. So they're having 4 plans. Ranging from $35 to $130 a month. So you can select based on your individual business requirements. You can select which plan is best for you. So I'm not going to be selecting a plan right now. So I'm just going to click that. Right. Yeah. So we went through subscriptions. Next thing we have connected apps. So over here you have an option of connecting Xero supported apps. So over here we do not have any apps connected at the moment because we just set up our organization. But here you have the option of searching for any apps that you would like to connect to Xero. So we have Tanda over here. Tanda is used to pay staff. So if you need, we can say select HubDoc. If you're using HubDoc to upload your bills, sales invoices, you can select this and integrate it. So at the moment we're not going to be doing that as well, but over here in the connected app settings you have that option in Xero. Back to settings. Right, email settings. Right, so from Xero itself you will be able to send, like say you have entered a sales invoice into Xero. So from there, if you are going to send the email to the customer saying, look here, this is your sales invoice, please pay. You can tailor an email to send to your customers. So over here we have sales invoices, credit notes, statement, remittances, receipts. So for any of this, we can tailor a email address that would be sent from Xero to your customer. So this is the default one. Hi, contact's name, here's your invoice number, this is the amount that's outstanding currently. So you can change this any way you want, and this will be sent to your customer from Xero once you click on the email link. Right, let's go back to our settings. Over here we have sales section, we have invoice settings and online payments. Let's click on our invoice settings. So in invoice settings, you can, this is the standard invoice. You can upload your logo over here. You can edit this anyhow, any way you want, any way you want your invoice to look. This is the section you have to come to make those required changes. Of course, we also have online payments. Right. So over here, Xero, from Xero itself, you can give in your invoice the option for your customer to pay you. So you can add a pay now button to your online invoices to get paid faster. So when the invoice goes to the customer from Xero, it would include a pay now button there, and once they click on that pay now button, you would be automatically paid online. So they have given different options. You have Visa, Amex, American Express. Whichever method you find easier for you, you can set it up here. Okay, let's move on to the purchases. This is another option, pretty self-explanatory. Xero to Xero. Xero allows you to connect directly with another business that also uses Xero. So if your supplier uses Xero, this setting will enable you to connect directly with your supplier Xero organization, and you can easily send invoices to and from, and you can also receive your bills from them. Payroll. Right. So here we can set up our people. How many employees do you have? Let's just give 1 to 4. Are you migrating? No. From another payroll software? No. What's your experience running payroll? You just put I don't have any experience and you set up. All right. Set up frequency of payment. So in Australia, we have either weekly, fortnightly, monthly payments. There are different options for payments. So I'm just going to click weekly here. Name your frequency, just put weekly. When does this pay period start? So you have to give a start date for this. Depending on your pay calendar. So if you are paying every Tuesdays, then your payroll calendar would be Tuesday to Monday. So I'm just going to say that we're going to start this on next Tuesday. When would you like your employee to be paid for the first time? That would be, since we're starting on the 25th, the next Tuesday would be the 2nd. So I'm just going to give that as a 2nd. Just click next. Right. So there you go. You have to confirm this now. Your pay frequency is once every week. It will start on the 25th of November. So 25th of November to 1st of December is your 1 week period. And your employee will be paid on the 2nd of December. So for the period, this date. So this is correct. I'm happy with this. I'm just going to click next. Right. So we've added a payroll frequency and see a close and back to setup. Okay, so over here we have to add our employees. Um, we give our employees personal details. Anna White, maybe? Oh, sorry. Miss. First name Anna, middle name optional. Date of birth. Let's give her date of birth as 7 June, maybe 11. Job title. We'll give her Baker. Select gender. Female. You'll give the address, mobile number, details, emergency contacts. Just save this for now. Oh, sorry, we need to give the address as well. Right. Oops, search for address here. There you go. Much more easier. Okay. Emergency contact details are optional. We do not need it, so I'll just save. Right. So her initial details are saved, and here we just need to enter her employment details, taxes, bank account details, payslips, pay templates. I'm not going to go into this into much detail at the moment. We're just doing a basic setup. We can of course come back and enter these details at a later time. Right. So next up, we'll go and see what else we need to set up initially. So Xero, done that. Okay, so your accounting settings, financial settings. Let's go here first. Right, so here accounting GST accounting method is either cash basis or core basis. So this is you can give a TFN number. GST calculation, are you calculating it on a monthly basis, quarterly basis, however you are calculating, you have to select it from the drop down over here. PAYG withheld period, are you going to do it as a monthly or quarterly? So give it as quarterly. PAYG income tax method, if you have PAYG income tax that you are paying, you have to either give option 1 or 2. So let's say none. Here your tax default. When you're creating a new sales invoice, is it going to be tax exclusive or inclusive? Purchases same, lock dates, and also a time zone. So you can make those relevant changes over here. So then what I'm just going to click save and move on to the next for financial settings. Currencies. So if you deal with multiple currencies, you can enter them here. So say you deal apart from Aussie dollars, you're also dealing with New Zealand dollars. So I'm just gonna New Zealand dollars and just add your currency. Right, so likewise you can add all the different foreign currencies that you deal with over in this section. Okay, so what else do we have? Chart of accounts. So this is one of the main sections, main things that you have to set up. So currently Xero has auto applied their default chart of accounts over here for me, right? But of course, if you are importing your business from say My Own QuickBooks, you would have already had your set chart of accounts in that section. Okay, so in that instance, you would want to import that chart of accounts over here. So what you can do is, in that instance, you have to click on import. Click on Xero and do the files input revenue account balances, just put no, I don't know, browse, and then from your downloads or whatever, you would have your CSV file. I will create a new video on how to prepare chart of accounts files for uploading. But just note, this is a section that you have to upload your chart of accounts if you are importing it from a previous accounting software. Or else, even if you don't have previous accounting software, you would have in mind a specific set of accounts that you need for your current business. And it may not be what is currently in Xero's default accounts. So in that case also, you will have to prepare your chart of accounts and keep and then upload it in this section. But how to do that will be discussed in a later video, not right at the moment. Tracking categories. So what are tracking categories? So in Xero, Xero has given us an option for tracking your categories. In the sense, say you are doing a manufacturing business. You are manufacturing, say, let's say pens, right? So you want to know how much of expenses or how much of income you're earning from a specific color. From a blue color pen, how much you're earning. From a red color pen, how much you're earning. So in that instance, we can set up tracking categories over here, right? So the tracking category name you can give as color, and your options would be black, blue, and let's say green. Okay, we have 3 colors and we save it. So then when you are having any expenses related, so let's say ink, you are buying black ink. When you buy that and you enter it as an expense into your Xero accounting software, you can select the tracking category as black, right? So then when you generate your P&L, your profit and loss account, You can generate it specifically for your tracking category, and then over there you can see what are the expenses I have incurred on creating this or manufacturing this black pen. So then this would give you a clearer idea on where you stand in regards to profits or losses, depending on the color of your pen. So that is just a very small, brief example, just to get you going on what this tracking categories is. But of course, it would differ from business to business. Sometimes businesses don't really need tracking categories. Sometimes this would be very beneficial, especially for if you are in a manufacturing industry. Let's go back. Conversion balances. Now, conversion balances would be a good tool to use if you are already importing, um, if you're already been using a different software like Maya or QuickBooks, and now you are coming into Xero. So then over here, when you first start using your Xero software, there would be balances that you have already brought that's already there in your previous accounting software. Let's say Maya. For example, if you have a closing balance for your bank account, you would obviously have a closing balance for your bank account. Now you need that closing balance to be brought forward as an opening balance in your Xero software. So this is the area that you need to enter those opening balances, right? And then this would reflect in the Xero account, and from there onwards, then your day-to-day transactions would flow through, right? So this is conversion balances. Let's go back. Tax rates. Already there, Xero would have a default tax rate system here. And in Australia, generally, we do have GST free, GST on, GST free income, GST on income. That's excluded, which are the main. Apart from this, you can also, if you're purchasing any capital products, like say property, plant, and equipment, or motor vehicles, you will need to have a separate tax category called GST on capital. Okay, and that would go under purchases, tax component, GST, sorry, GST, and it would be 10%. So, and likewise, you would also have a GST free capital, GST free capital. This also would go under purchases section, and GST is 0 in that. So, right. So this is our list of um, tax codes. Right. What's next? Next up, we have activity statement settings. This we will discuss later. You will not need this initially itself when you are setting up your Xero file. So that will not be much important at the beginning itself. We have touch point on the most important sections, what you need to set up your Xero file. Okay. I will of course bring you more videos on how to set up your bank feeds, how to set up your chart of accounts. Likewise, what we did was just a general, in a nutshell, just a walkthrough on the basic setup of a Xero file. You can stay tuned for more videos. Please like, please subscribe, please comment on anything, any area that you found confusing in this video so that I can do a much more thorough, more detailed video next time so that it will be beneficial for you. Thank you and stay tuned for more.